you must have a hold over this knowledge for you to understand yourself, so that when you are into action, you will pause and think in the middle of your actions. ये क्या मैं कर सकता हूँ? ये करना क्या योग्य है इस सिचुएशन में? Is this my duty or not? Should I go this far or not? Should I do this or not? Unless you ponder over these questions, tomorrow you will be great decision makers for our nation and for the world. Unless you learn to pause and ponder before you take an action, your action, nobody can tell whether your action will be right or wrong. Dynamism का मतलब ये नहीं है कि हम plunge करें action में. You know, really dynamic people, within themselves, they are very balanced. Definite energy is flowing in a definite direction. That is why it gets its force towards dynamicity. Within themselves, they are very organized. So it's very clear in their mind what they should do, how much they should do, what time they should do it, and what is required in that particular context. So that is why we are telling you something about ethical theories. A leader means basically this. He is ethical to the core. Every action of his will come only after passing through the filter of this kind of a mind, ethical mind. Otherwise, simply a kind of impulsiveness, कुछ करना है, करके दिखाना है. That way you can't be a leader. You understand, your inner being should be well organized, and that is why you should know something of this ethics. See, in the yoga system, it is so clear. Let me give you some samples. जो मैंने कहा यम and नियम disciplines. आपको पता है what falls under yam? What are the disciplines that fall under yam? Ahimsa. I don't have to translate, you know what it is. Satya. Ahimsa is non-violence, Satya is truth. Then you have Asteya, which means non-stealing. We may not go out and steal others, but stealing copyright. In so many ways, stealing can be done. So avoiding all of that. Then Brahmacharya, also certain purity of body and mind. And then Aparigraha, non-acceptance of gifts. ये क्यों कहते हैं? You know, you get obligated, you get a feeling of obligation for the person whose gift you take, isn't it? So in order to remove that, so that you remain free and independent, Aparigraha is practiced. You will take only what is required and you will return back if you take. इसीलिए तो यज्ञ principle है. So you see, these are basic disciplines. If the mind functions like this, at any given point it will remain clear for you to make your decisions. See, if it does not follow Satya, how will the mind behave? Tell me. You just let anything out of your mouth and the mind will pass it, because it is not committed to Satya. Gradually you lose the distinction between what is true and what is untrue. If this happens, you cannot be a leader. Nobody will follow you. A leader means somebody who's absolute about what he says, 100% true. He believes it himself first, absolutely. So you see, these simple disciplines mean a lot. They make it very clear in Yoga Sutras that if you are not established in this, you cannot take the next step. You cannot do pranayam, you cannot do pratyahar, dharana, dhyan, samadhi, ये सब later on. पहले इनमें प्रतिष्ठित होना है, यम और नियम में. Then niyam disciplines, you see. First is shaucha, again cleanliness, and then santosha, contentment. Always in restless mode, excitability mode. Not like that. A contented mind is required, isn't it, for any great pursuit? Then tapas, austerity. ये चीज लानी है थोड़ी जीवन में. What does tapasya do? Tell me. हम नहीं कह रहे हैं आप जंगल में चले जाओ तपस्या करने के लिए. यहीं पे in IIT you can do wonderful tapasya. How? Concentration of mind on what you want to achieve is tapasya. तप धातु का मतलब ही है to generate heat. Intense concentration does this for you. So यहीं पे जो तपस्या करनी है, यहीं जहां आप हो वहीं पे करना है. You must get rid of the idea yoga is to be done in mountain caves or some ashram. Your workplace is your yoga kshetra. You must convert whatever comes to you into yoga. यही आप कर सकते हो, इसलिए try for it. Tapasya is one thing, and then Swadhyay, good reading every day, scriptural reading. ये करते हो आपको तो समय ही नहीं मिलता होगा, but you must try to do this. Every day 5-10 minutes of good reading you can do. इससे क्या होता है? The mind gets a good direction, you know. Instead of simply seeing something or going to YouTube and seeing something, get rid of these habits and every day just follow these simple disciplines which they are giving you. Some level of scriptural reading will help you a lot. एक direction देता है life को. Once I told you, read the lives of great people. There's no inspiration, it's a living inspiration. Then finally is Ishwar Pranidhan, which means surrender to God, a feeling of surrender to the divine. If this is not there, no, only egoism will persist. Me and mine, that's all. That's the world. Not at all. So a disposition of surrender towards the divine. So these are the basic disciplines which are, they make it very clear. These are not disciplines meant only for yogis or meant only for people who are given to spiritual practice or to some ethnic community. These are Sarvabhauma Mahavratam कहते हैं, which means universal great vows, which everybody has to follow if you want to be successful in life. देखिए simple disciplines हैं, but what do? They recharge your energies, they freshen your mind, and they will give you an inclination towards sustained concentration, and success will follow.